All right. So, what happens when you have all the external forces working against you? The wife, the kids, the coworkers, all the unhealthy temptations around you. Your wife won't stop cooking how she cooks. Your kids are constantly asking for pizza and ice cream. Your coworkers and your workplace doesn't have healthy options. You constantly eat out. You constantly have restaurant meetings. You're constantly surrounded by beer and alcohol and unhealthy food. It just seems impossible. How are you going to change? It's just not possible. So I used to think the same way. And the first challenge that I had was, well, I have to make all these healthy food substitutions on my own, right? So I still want to eat pizza, burgers, my sweets. How do I substitute all these things? Well, that was the easy part, okay? So I found out how to substitute all these things. I could still eat brownies, I made them from lentils. I could still eat bread and pizza. I just get the lentil substitute for them. I'm still able to eat cheese in the burger. And for the sweets, it's easy. Berries, mango, honey, cocoa powder, cocoa nibs, raw dark chocolate. Oh my goodness. Some almond butter on that, some pumpkin seeds. So you can even be making brownies. You can use ghee and coconut oil and sesame seeds, and it's all so healthy. That's not the hard part. So making the substitutions for all your cravings is not the hard part. The hard part is when you're in a social setting and your friends say, hey, let's go out for beers, let's go to the sports bar, let's go to this restaurant, and then you're under the social pressure. Then what do you do when your mother-in-law and your wife refuses to cook differently? Then what do you do when your kids are begging you for ice cream? Are you going to buy the ice cream? So I used to have a lot of these similar pressures, and I realized what I really have to do is just one simple thing. There's one simple trick, and there's one simple phrase that gets everyone off your back. Because everybody just wants you to act like they're acting. They don't care about your health goals. They think it's silly. They don't care. They don't know how you feel. And so whenever I would go to somebody's house and they'd tell me, eat this, eat this, eat this, I feel obliged. I can't say no, it's going to be rude. Or if we're going out to eat, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to bring my own food? That's going to be weird. It's going to be strange. Well, what do? When my friends are having drinks, well, I'm not just going to not have a drink. That's awkward. It's a social tactic to actually be able to engage and bond with people, to have some kind of drink, to have the food with the people. And if you don't, then people feel like there's something weird, there's something off, you're not connecting with them. And so you have to have a solution. So what my solution was, let's take these one at a time. Let's say at work, there's no healthy options. Well, I would just prepare ahead of time some healthy snacks the night before. And it's really easy. It doesn't take too much time. People say, well, it takes too much time. I'm too busy. Well, it doesn't take very long. How long does it take to throw some fruits into your lunchbox? Throw some pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, cashews into your lunchbox. To put some yogurt into your lunchbox. It takes under a minute. That's not the hard part. All of these snacks are so simple. It's so simple. So I would just pack a lunchbox with all these amazing healthy snacks. You can get some healthy goat's milk and put some ghee and cinnamon in it. That doesn't take a long time. Packing apples and bananas and fruits and throwing a bag of pumpkin seeds in your bag takes under a minute. See, that's not the hard part. That's the easy part. But when people are telling you, eat this, eat this, eat this, eat with us, aren't you going to get this? You're afraid that they're going to start teasing you and making fun of you for what you're eating. This guy, this snowflake over here. Well, I found one easy phrase that gets everyone off your back. And it's true. And I love it so much. I use it everywhere. Everywhere I go, it works. I tried so many different phrases. Nobody understands. At first, I would say things like, I just have a very particular diet. And they would just roll their eyes. And it bugs you that they're so disturbed. They're trying to control what you eat. people try to control what you eat. It's very rude of them. They should just leave you alone and understand it's your body. You eat what you want. I put what I want inside my body. I used to straight up just say that to people. Like, hey, relax. Your body, you put whatever food you want in there. My body, I put whatever food I want in here. Alright? Stop trying to control my body. But that still kind of puts you against them. So what I realized, what I can say is, due to my particular health condition, my doctor has given me a very specific diet that I have to stick to. People understand. People can't really question, because if they did, then they're in the weak position. They just understand. They understand. And so the real truth of the matter is, I do have a health condition. I have a health condition where I'm looking to improve my health. That's my condition. I'm here and I want to be up here. That's my mission. That's my condition. And the doctors who have prescribed this to me are the people who I actually learned from, who have taught me, the true doctors, not the doctor that gives me drugs. In my mind, the true doctor is the person who gives me the real way to be healthy. And so I learned from these true doctors the real way to eat, not poison, the real way to eat that nurtures my mind and my body so I can live a great life, okay? I'm not going to be conformed to this society's way of eating if it's going to knock down all my goals, knock down my health, make me have to pay medical bills, bring down my emotional and mental health. No. I'm not going to go along with that corrupt, evil society. No, I'm not going to eat poisonous food just because you do, okay? The real doctors taught me how, and according to their prescription, that's how I'm eating to raise my health condition. And people they can't say anything. They don't say anything. And so that's how I dealt with it. And so, let's say they want to go to the bar. Well, I'm not going to eat that, I'm not going to drink that alcohol. That's poison. I'm not going to intoxicate myself. So maybe I'll bring a little bit of wine. I'll bring wine. I'll just say, I love this kind of wine. There's no quality wine like this. Or I'll bring some kombucha. I'll put some kombucha in a wine bottle. I don't care. You gotta be as crafty as a snake, but as gentle as a dove. Say, I got my own drink here, guys. And that way, you are actually entertaining. You are actually different. You're actually special. They're gonna love this. I love doing all of these little health tactics. It's my favorite thing to do. And so I'll still be able to participate. So what do I do when I'm gonna eat out? That's a big question. Well, what do I do when I gotta eat out? Here's what I'll do. I'll bring a briefcase and I'll have some healthy food in there, okay? Some healthy food in there. But I'll also order. So I'll order a Caesar salad. You can get a Caesar salad anywhere, okay? So you order the Caesar salad. And then maybe for your main course, you order some other kind of salad. You can always get a salad, okay? So order the vegetables. Order some kind of lean meat. And always ask if you can substitute out this for that. Sometimes I'll even just get only sides. I'll say, can I build an entire meal with sides? And, if you're embarrassed about asking in front of your friends, which you don't really have to be, but just say, due to my doctor's recommendations, I'm wondering if I can just get 3 servings of the side of 3 different vegetables and a side of rice with a salad. That way I can follow my doctor's recommendations for what to eat. Nobody's going to say anything. They're going to respect you for that. So sometimes I'll just get 3 sides, olive oil on the side. You can get a serving of rice on the side. And then you have your vegetables, your cooked vegetables. You can get a lean piece of salmon. You can get a lean piece of meat. Right? And so it really is just about portions too. If you can't find anything extremely healthy like that, which you're always going to be able to do, you can just order something. Make sure that they don't put any of the rancid oil. Just say, I'd rather not have any oil on it. Can you put the dressing on the side because you don't know what's in the dressings? And just make sure that it's just pure, clean food, how you find it in nature, and just eat a moderate portion. It's not rocket science. Even if you're going to like a sports bar, they're gonna have a Caesar salad. They're gonna have sides of vegetables. So you can get anything. And then if all else fails, I'll take out from my briefcase, when my food comes, I'll take out either the pumpkin seeds or the fruit or whatever I choose to bring. It could be avocados. Sometimes I bring avocados in my briefcase. I'll take out the avocados. I'll have 2 avocados with pumpkin seeds in my salad. Full meal right there. Nobody bats an eyelash because you ordered. And you just say, no place has as much avocado as I want. I just wanted to bring extra avocado. I love avocado. You know how good avocado is for your hormones, for your libido? It's excellent. And I love to cut my avocado like this. I love putting salt on it, a little bit of salt and pepper. It goes amazingly. There you go. You just spread some health. Man, you're a health champion when you do stuff like this. You can have a whole meal of avocado and pumpkin seed. How easy is that? Slice up the avocado right there in its own shell, eat it with a fork out of there. Oh, it's amazing. This makes you unique. So there's going to be so many different levels that you can do this on, but just remember, pack your food. Be loyal to yourself. Pack your food the day before. Have a stash of avocados, pumpkin seeds, fruits. That's all you need. What else do you need? That way, if you can't find healthy options like some plain white rice or some steamed vegetables wherever you go, you should be able to find those things. But just in case you don't, you have your fruits, your avocado, your seeds. It's so fast, it's so easy. You can bring it anywhere. It doesn't take any time to do, and it's instantly full nutrition no matter what happens. So we covered what you can do in restaurant settings. We covered what you can do with your kids. Your kids want to have some ice cream? Well, guess what? I brought my fruits. I have my pumpkin seeds. I have my dark chocolate. I got my dark chocolate bar. You gotta be ready. So you buy your dark chocolate. You got your cocoa nibs. You got your cocoa powder. You got your chocolate bars. And you have your fruits. That's a dessert right there, man. Man, you get some peaches or some berries in a bowl. Get some cocoa in there. You got some coconut oil. Oh, you're done. You are in better shape than your kids. You're not going to be having that stomach ache. You're not going to feel lethargic from all the emulsifiers and that. You're flying high at that point. So what about the situation where your wife refuses to cook different? Really easy. Real easy. Let's say you just want to have some healthy rice. You just want to have your vegetables, your rice, your sauce. Have a nice meal. And God forbid, if you have a wife and she refuses to stop using all the vegetable oils and all the food additives and all the wheat in her cooking, she's just that type of woman. She's not going to change. And if she's going to get insulted that you want to eat your own meal and that you have your own quick bag of rice, you just pop it in the microwave, boom, you got a whole serving of rice. Just take out some greens from the fridge. You have salad on the side, rice, boom. Open up either some sardines, some tuna, some salmon. Pop that salmon from Aldi's in the microwave for 5 minutes. Boom, you're done. It's the easiest thing. It's the easiest thing. You don't have to cook. You could. How hard is it to get a saucepan, warm up some salmon? It takes 10 minutes. Then you have your ghee. You have your instant rice. You pop that in the microwave. And then you have your greens on the side. See, it's not hard. And you know, if you can't do that, and if your wife is going to pester you anymore, you have a deeper problem than just your diet, right? Then you have a megalomaniac partner who's trying to control you. Then you have a tyrannical partner who's trying to control you. And that has to be handled, because you have to have your autonomy. Who's controlling what food goes into your body? You. So sometimes this takes a little bit of boundary setting. This will push you into the realm of regaining your freedom, regaining your boundaries, regaining your honor, regaining your respect. If people have so much power and control over what you put into your body, and they're able to pressure you so much, to the point where you can't even eat healthily and you're damaging your health, that's their fault. That's their fault. They should not be like that. And you have every right to step into your power and say, my body, I decide what I eat. And you can just use the simple one-liner. This is the particular diet that my doctor told me I had to follow due to my health condition. I hereby give you permission to use that line, because you know who's giving you the real information on what's really healthy for you and who has your best interest in mind for improving your health condition. You can use that. And so I realized all of these forces, they're just illusions. I solved each and every one of them. And having these systems ready, it's so easy. It's so much easier than you think it is. It's not hard to make the food substitutions. All you have to do is think about how to substitute it. And that's what we go over in this program. There's such easy ways to substitute delicious, amazing food. You don't have to give up anything. And all these ways that you can handle different social pressures and social situations so that you can overcome the unhealthy restaurants, the unhealthy cooking, all the unhealthy food at work. All of these things, easy to overcome. Not a problem. Easy to overcome. It's actually fun. So I want to thank you for being open-minded to these ideas, and I want to tell you, everybody who's trying to control you, everybody who's putting all these pressures on you to conform you to the current wicked system of fake food, poisonous food, they have no power over you anymore. You can accomplish your goals. You can accomplish your health goals, your body goals, your mental goals, your dreams. You can evolve, you can transcend, and you can become greater and greater and greater. They can't hold you back anymore. They are weak compared to you. Now that you have these systems, these tools, you have the strength, and you are the master. No need to worry about them anymore. No need to be suspicious of what they're going to say anymore. They don't have your best interest in mind. They're your friends. They just want to have fun. But they don't always understand what you're going through. They don't understand your ambitions. They don't understand your pain. Okay? And so they don't have a right over you. You are your own master. And that's how we change. I want to thank you for having that courage to do that. I want to give you respect for that, for stepping up and enhancing yourself and changing from the inside out. And you'll see you're going to be leagues ahead of them soon. You reap what you sow, and this is very good karma for you. This is very powerful karma for you. And you'll be able to reach for the stars just from these little teensy weensy changes. your energy, your habits, your self-esteem, your creativity, your personal power, your true health is going to skyrocket you. And you're going to find that you have a new inner power. You start implementing these things one at a time. You will have a new self-control, a new body, new hormones, a new brain. It's really, really interesting to see how much you can change once you start getting these poisons out of you, once you start getting your hormones back on track, once you start getting your emotions back on track, because your brain's working right, your body's working right. Now your emotions are working right. See, they're all connected. Now you're sleeping better. Now you're eating better. They're all connected. And you realize, wow, I'm a new man. Your day is here. Your day is now. You are the hero of your story. This is a new beginning. So thank you. Because you matter. You know, society and the world is comprised of individuals. One person changes. The influence that one person has is amazing. It's amazing. You don't even have to try. Automatically, you change the world because you changed yourself. Your energy changes the room that you're in. And this is how we're going to change the society from this wicked and corrupt, poisonous system of fake health and fake lies and fake food. And we're going to change it. New businesses, new food, new services. Everything's going to change. It needs to. New ways of thinking. We're going to live beautiful lives, beautiful energy together. A unification, a true good intention towards each other. So thank you for being a health hacker. And I want to encourage you, if you want to learn more about this information, go to my YouTube channel. I have all kinds of information on step by step how to implement all of these principles into your life. I have a free 6-week masterclass that walks you through all of these 6 pillars and walks you through all the garbage, all the wasteland full of garbage that the fitness industry is unfortunately full of, in the health industry. And I get right to the chase. The brass tacks, the most sacred and golden truths passed down from Indian, Chinese medicine, yoga, and the most cutting edge research on your brain health, your gut health, to change your hormones so that everything falls into place effortlessly. So check it out, link right below. I care about you very much. I don't want you to be in pain or to suffer anymore. I know the potential that you have. You know, I've healed from horrible physical distress, gut issues, could hardly eat anything, food sensitivities, emotional depression, anxiety. I've healed from all these things. You can heal from anything. And your life opens up so wonderfully once you do. So I'm excited to see where you go with this. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.